Well, hello and welcome to the Old Garage number 15. I'm Wild Bill, and we got a couple of questions, not too many this time around, so we're going to do some silliness and then, of course, a shout out. So grab the questions here. We've got Vaclav Fate. He has, you sign off with, peace. Says, it made me think, plenty of industrialists made money in war production. Was there a car manufacturer who actually went against that trend, who wanted peace so much that he, through his economic efforts, helped to avoid or delay war, or donate a car for negotiating a peace settlement, or helped rebuild the country after war, mostly out of altruism? Well, World War I's about as far as I get to, as far as big wars go. I am aware that the company Hispano Suiza was against the Spanish Revolution in 1936 and supported King Alfonso, and that ended up biting him in the rear. But in World War I, in Europe, your major car manufacturers, anybody who was building a significant number of cars, their companies pretty much got requisitioned for the war effort. The only ones who were able to continue building were the companies that were so tiny that they really had no significant impact. And those companies that were either requisitioned or repurposed, etc., some of them just continued on in their own way. As far as folks that resisted or the altruism you spoke of, I'm really not aware of any. If anybody is, please let me know in the comments. But I'm afraid I drew a blank on that one. Okay, Craig Hagenbrook. He said, when did car ignition go from hand cranking to using a key? Well, the first thing that you had to do was get the electric starters as standard on cars, which was really pioneered by Cadillac. But for a long time, even with an electric starter, they weren't necessarily using a key. In most cases, it was simply a button or a lever. You would have, as you get closer to World War I, you would have keys starting to be used on some of the, or key start on some of the very high-end cars, but key start really didn't get rolling until the late 20s and early 30s. Before then, there were other ways to, you would lock your car, the doors of the car, and hopefully keep it safe that way. You also had basically wheel locks that were very popular prior to World War I that would wrap around the wheel. It was basically a chalk that you could lock onto the wheel with a key, and you couldn't drive the car with this chalk on it. It's kind of like what they do when you have parking tickets and they boot your car. It's kind of like that. It's basically a car boot. But keys, not until the late 20s are you going to start really seeing that more common. Those are my questions. Wow, I guess the channel's getting boring, so I thought I'd do something silly. Now, I thought about something that would be helpful for my channel as far as research, and that would to create a database, basically an Excel spreadsheet that had all the car manufacturers of the veteran and vintage era, all of them. So I've actually got it finished not that long ago. At least the basic part of it, and it includes any company that manufactured at least one car with the intention, whether they performed it or not, or were able to, of actually selling that car, and have done that on or before the year 1932. So anybody who was who made a car in 1932 or before, all the way back to the earliest days are on that list. The company name, where their country of origin, when they first manufactured, when they stopped manufacturing, etc. So hey, bonus points if you can guess in the comments how many companies I found. So I thought this would be kind of cool. There were a lot of companies that had, in the vintage and veteran area, that had some really crazy names. So I want to go over a few of these. First of all, apparently there were, in the vintage era, a lot of Star Trek fans, because you have, let's see here, from the United States you have the Picard, and also from the United States, the Riker. And it was England that went to the the original series because they at least have the Vulcan. So I thought that was funny. Oh, food. Yeah, a lot of food involved here. From England, you have Alldays Onions. Yes, get onions all days. In bad breath, too, I suppose. Oh, from the USA, bacon. You gotta have a car named Bacon. It's bacon. And you need something to go with that bacon? Straight from Switzerland? Egg. Yeah, you eat egg with that bacon. Okay, now, of course, from England, they gave us Alldays Onions. Well, they also gave us liver. Yeah. Okay, not my favorite food. Okay, Canada. Moose Jaw Standard? Okay, Moose Jaw Standard. All right, we'll go with that. All right. In France, there was a company, make of car. Now, mind you, these are not models. These are all makes of cars. You have ass. Probably goes well with the United States company, Beaver. Of course, in England, there was Bond. James Bond. Had to have that car. Now, in Germany, where, they got a lot of attitude, of course, they had a car, Ego. Yeah, you got to have an Ego there. Liquid Air from USA. Yes, a car called Liquid Air. The Dudley Bug, also from the U.S. France, they made us mad. That was the car, mad. Okay. Oh, you have to watch what you wear when you drive this car from the United States because it's called Red Jacket. So make sure you're properly dressed. Oh, and if you're not sure how the car works, that's okay. In the U.S., they had a car called Riddle. So it's anybody's guess. Oh, also from the USA. Oh, we go. Well, that's enthusiasm. Now, here's one from England, and it's one of the best. Okay. You're one of the best. So, all right, interesting. And of course, also from England, you have Nimrod. USA only. Oh, and they have a Christmas-themed car from the United States, Silent Night. Boy. U.S. Ben-Hur. Oh, even before the before the movie came out. Oh, in Canada, there's a car you can get every day. It's the Everyday. And we'll just, okay, two more here. Okay, also from the USA. Now, guys, mind you, this is vintage era here. Kent's Pacemaker. Okay. I'm going to end this section with this. And this is going to be from France. Would you want to buy a car, and the name of this car, the make of this car is Hurt You. It will hurt you. Yeah, I would not want to buy a Hurt You, or hurt me, or hurt anybody. Yeah, so, all right. Hey, if you like this sort of stuff, let me know, and we'll do it once in a while on the old garages. All right, got a shout out that I definitely want to do, because if you're interested at all in vintage cars, you probably like old engines and old mechanical stuff, and probably like history stuff. Well, there's a guy who owns a farm out in Sweden, and on his farm, this Mr. Anderson, he has all kinds of old stuff, old tractors, engines, and old machinery, and lathes, and sawmills, all kinds of stuff, and he restores them, and rebuilds them, and runs them, and his channel is awesome, and it's called Yesterday's Machinery. And Yesterday's Machinery is great videos. Most of them are in English, some in Swedish, but nonetheless, he goes through his process of restoring, rebuilding, or just repairing, and then running these types of machines. And if you like that stuff like I like it, check out his channel, like and subscribe too, because it's good stuff, and you'll learn a lot from it. So that's probably going to be the shortest The Old Garage episode yet. Hopefully they'll start getting longer soon. Anyway, that's what I got for you today, and we'll see you next time. Peace.